Here's the thing I don't understand. When you're talking to somebody and you say something, you give an opinion about something, and they respond to what you've said by saying, "Oh, well, that's just your opinion." Of course it is. I know it's my opinion. That's why I said it. Am I supposed to give somebody else's opinion? That is not a valid response to me giving my opinion. Tell me if you disagree or agree or don't care. But don't just say it's an opinion. I know it is! And then there's that other thing people do, where there's some kind of debate or discussion going on, some disagreement, some argument, and somebody responds to it by saying, "Oh, well, that issue's all subjective." Duh! If it wasn't subjective, there wouldn't be a debate about it. People generally don't disagree about objective things. That's why we call them objective. I do declare that this ball is round. I quite agree with you. You can tell because of its roundness. That discussion is not going anywhere, because there's nowhere for it to go. The worst thing is when that happens in response to like a book or a film or a video or article where somebody's obviously giving their opinion about something. I see this all the time on the internet. There'll be something, some form of media of any sort in which an individual or group of individuals is trying to argue a certain point, and somebody in the comments decides to say, "Oh yeah, well that's just all subjective." Or, even worse, "I feel like this is really biased." Having an opinion doesn't make you biased. That makes you a human person. If somebody is supposed to be giving you just the facts, if it's a textbook, or like the non-editorial part of a newspaper where they're supposed to just be giving you information with no arguments, no reasoning, no opinions, then yeah, you can call them out on that if they're not doing it properly. Or if somebody actually is biased, like if they're giving an argument, but the reasons for the argument are supported by selective evidence that only supports their opinion, and they're not looking at the other evidence that is available to them, then yes, you can call the person out on that. But you're not going to be able to tell whether or not a person is biased or whether or not the reasoning is good unless you actually look at the reasoning. And if you just write them off because they're subjective and that's somehow bad, you're never going to find that out, are you? Because you're not paying attention to it anymore. But here's the thing that really kills me. We live in a vastly complicated world where all of our actions have consequences, morally, socially, politically, economically, and it's not always immediately obvious to us what those consequences are. So people are going to have different opinions about what's right and wrong to do in this world, who you should vote for, what social policies you should support, what is fiscally responsible to do. And if you're not listening to those opinions and to the reasons that support those opinions, if you're not forming reasons of your own, using this thing called your brain, then you're getting in the way of the process of finding out what's right to do. You're getting in the way of the process of becoming a better human being and a better society of people. So stop it, because it's stupid. Well, I mean, that's just my opinion.
This is the song that I play at the end of the video. Yeah.